Hello students, this is College English 2 for the advanced class, and today we will be doing Unit 9 in your books. But I just wanted to let everyone know that we will be doing the final speaking test through a video call. So I will give you my Kakao ID, and you guys can just text me, and starting on Monday, June 15th, you guys can text me, and then we can do the video call together. And if you can do one of the conversations, right? One of the conversations from the book. You can do it with a partner, or if you don't have a partner, you can do it with me. So you can make me the other person in the script. Okay, and I will read the script, and you guys can do it without reading, so just speaking. Okay, so try to do it with a partner from your class, and if not, you can do it with me. All right, so start thinking about that, and we'll go ahead and start first with the vocabulary on Unit 9. Okay, what would you have done? Okay, so we'll start with the vocabulary first. So let's look at the picture. Okay, how would you describe the people? Okay, all right. So let's take a look at number 1. Okay, so it looks like he is sympathetic, right? He's sympathetic. Okay, he's worried about the man who has the coffee all over him, right? Sympathetic. Okay, and number 2, he is amused, right? He thinks it's funny. He's amused. Okay, and number 3, he looks like he's confused, right? He doesn't know exactly what's happening, right? He's confused. Okay, and number 4, it looks like he is irritated, right? Irritated, a little bit upset or annoyed. Okay, and 5, she's embarrassed, right, for dropping or spilling the coffee on him. Okay, and number 6, I think she's inconsiderate, right? Inconsiderate. She doesn't care about what's happening to the other people, right? Inconsiderate. Okay, so for part 2, please tell me which words describe reactions or emotions. Okay, which describe people's behavior. Okay, so which ones are people's behavior and which ones are an emotion or a reaction. Okay, so if someone feels hurt, right, that's more of an emotion, right? Hurt. Okay, and rude, being rude is a behavior, right? Behavior, rude behavior. Okay, being helpful is also behavior. Okay, and to be relieved, oh, I feel relief or relieved. Okay, that's a reaction. Okay, to be uncomfortable, okay, is also a reaction, right? Reaction or emotion, to feel uncomfortable. Okay, to be thoughtful, to be thinking about other people, or is behavior. To be thoughtful is a behavior. Okay, grateful is a reaction. Okay, and shocked is also a reaction, okay, or emotion. Okay, all right. So for part 3, if you can tell a partner about a time when you made a mistake. Okay, so if you guys can speak with a partner. Oh, I forgot my coworker's name. Oh no, I've done that too. It's embarrassing. Okay, so can you guys think of a mistake that you guys made before? So for example, I was late for a meeting, a work meeting one time because I had checked the wrong time. So I felt embarrassed to be late for the work meeting because I didn't have the correct time. Okay, can you guys think of a situation like that? Okay, and after you guys finish doing that, we'll take a look at the conversation on the next page. Okay, so if you guys want, please start thinking about the conversation that you want to do for the final speaking test. Right, so if you can choose any of the conversations from units 1 through 10. Okay, so if you like this conversation, right, you can sort of change some of it and make it about you. Okay, so let's just go ahead and take a look at the conversation first. Okay, I will say it, and you guys can write the answers in when you hear it. Okay, here we go. Okay, so Stacy and Chris are having a conversation. Chris, how was your first day of class? Not so good, Mom. Everyone called me by the wrong name. Instead of Chris, they all called me Dave. All of them? Wow, they shouldn't have done that. Yeah, and I was kind of embarrassed, actually, so I never corrected them. Oh, Chris, you should have said something. Really? Don't you think that would have been rude? Rude? No, they probably would have been grateful. You told them. So, what would you have said? Right away, I would have said, actually, I'm Chris. Yeah, you're right. I should have done that. Okay? So if you guys can try the conversation 2 more times, okay, using the words in the bottom of the box, okay? So use these words and the second words, okay? Mark, they called me Mark, okay? And then you do, oh, they all called me Tom. So you do it a second time, and then for the third one, you guys can make the conversation, right? Oh, they all called me James, and I was kind of ashamed, right? So you guys will change it for the last one and use words of your own choice. Okay, so go ahead and please practice that conversation. Okay, you'll do it three times, right? Okay, pause the video. And then when you finish, we can go to the next page. We'll take a look at the language practice page. Okay, using should have and would have. Should have and would have. We'll take a look at the box. Okay, so should have is kind of advice. Oh, you should have said something. Or you should have asked for some help, okay? So should have is kind of advice, and would have is like an alternative, so something else you could have done, right? I would have said, oh, my real name is Chris, okay? So would have is like another alternative, okay? So these are both should have and would have are both situations that happened in the past. Advice I could give you about it or something different that you could have done, okay? So let's look at the sentences in the box. Okay, I will say, and then you guys can repeat. You guys repeat. Okay, what should I have done? You should have said something. You shouldn't have done that. What would you have done? I would have said, I'm Chris. I wouldn't have ignored the mistake. Okay, so let's try some practice with this for part 1. Okay, let's complete the sentences. Use should have or shouldn't have and the verb in parentheses. Okay, so I'm so sorry. I should have sent a thank you card sooner. Okay, 2. I shouldn't have given my boss my number. Now he calls me on Sundays. Okay, so you guys can try to do number 3, 4, and 5. Okay, take a couple of minutes to do it yourself. And then check your answers. So you can pause the video. Okay, so number 3, we should have called Kim on her birthday. I hope she isn't hurt. Tom shouldn't have posted those embarrassing photos on his website. I apologize. We should have told you the meeting was canceled. Okay. And then for part 2, complete the conversation with should have, shouldn't have, would have, or wouldn't have. Okay. So number A, oh, I invited my neighbors over for dinner and they arrived over an hour late. Isn't that inconsiderate? What would you have done? Okay. I probably wouldn't have said anything. I wouldn't have said anything. Okay. Can you guys try to do the rest first? And then check your answers. Okay, so really? But I was so irritated. Next at dinner, they asked how much money we make. I shouldn't have told them, but I was so shocked that I did. No way, but they really shouldn't have asked you that. Then they got up and left in the middle of dinner. They should have stayed until the end, don't you think? Of course, I wouldn't have left early. Anyway, can you imagine? Have you ever done any of these things? All right. Okay, so can you guys do the homework pages before watching the next part 2 video? Okay, so please do page 49 in the workbook. And also please do pages 50 and 51, okay, in the workbook. Okay. And then also when we video call, the week of June 15th, I'll be checking your workbook pages. Okay, so you guys can show me the work that you guys did in the workbook for your homework grade in this class. All right, so just a moment for part 2 of Unit 9. Thank you.